rational all the time. People do exert rationality when the budget is, or when the cost is a little bit higher, right? Back to our lecture. So customers buy goods subject to income, right? If the goods spending, if you are spending goods, which is huge part of your income, then you do go for rationality. And if it's a very small portion of your income, it's better to go through with irrational decisions rather going rational. So now rational people think at margin. So you now understand who is rational, right? Now, what do we mean by marginal? Marginal means small, additional, or incremental adjustment to existing plan of action. I have this iPhone, right? What if I want to buy another iPhone? That is marginal. Additional. Okay, my business is producing 300 mouses, computer mouses. What if I produce 301? One more mouse, how much is the cost? Right? I am eating 3 barbecue sticks. What if I take one more? How much this additional cost? We call this marginal. Okay, so now let's understand the meaning of rational people think at margin. The rational people, those who go look for alternatives and buy the best one, but their decision would be on margin. So people make decisions by comparing costs and benefits at margin. So we have example here for the margin. So let me minimize this window here. So we have a plane that is going from, for example, this is Beijing to Shanghai. The flight is costing $100,000, right? So in this plane, so there are seats, people, 200 seats. So in this plane, 200 seats. So 200 seats, what is the average cost? 100,000 divided by 200. Answer is, so 500 is the average cost, right? Now what happened? $190 seats are sold at 700. 190, let me change the color here. 190 seats are sold, so it means 10's left. How much revenue we got? 190 multiplied by 700, answer is 133,000. 10 seats left. So what happened? A person came and said, look, I'm going to give you $300. Please take me from Beijing to Shanghai. Now, would you agree? Marco, Lancelot, Venetia.
Yeah, it's cheaper than the average cost.
Would you agree? Would you allow him to fly with us?
Yeah.
All other people are giving 700, and he's just giving 300.
No.
No. Oliver,
I would say yes.
Okay. Nana.
It's a no for me.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So even though my class is having different arguments, so we are not on the same page, right? Why we are not on the same page? Let's talk about this. So the question is, what if I take, who messaged me? We have a chat here. Good, good. I was expecting. It is unfair because other people are paying 700 and this guy is only offered 300, which is also below the average cost. Now, question is, should we allow him to board or not? So, from Beijing to Shanghai, cost is 100,000 and our revenue is 200 seats, 190 occupied, 10 left. So it means there is still 10 people capacity, and one person came and say, take 300 and fly me from Beijing to Shanghai. Now, question is, would you agree to allow him or not? So, rational people think at margin. So don't worry about that. If you are wrong, that doesn't mean that you are crazy, you are irrational, or you are rational. Thus, this one is giving you a new way of thinking. You are now becoming economist. Here we go. So now the managerial decision is, the business decision is, people think at margin, rational people think at margin is that you are already on 33,000 profit, right? Your cost is 10,000 and 190 seats are sold at 700. Answer is 133,000. What if you take one more person? Even if you don't take, still 10 left, 10 seats are vacant. If you add this person here, you will get additional 300. So your profit would be 33,300, right? So that is the additional benefit. Benefit is 300. What is the cost? The marginal cost, the additional cost, maybe a glass of water, one glass of bottle, soda water, or one peanut, peanut pack or something, some seeds, dry seeds, some dry foods, with not more than $10 or $20. Still, the profit gonna be $280. Who messaged? Yes, Lancelot. It costs us in the future because those who pay 700 will be angry, right? But let's just talk about this talk about this later. Let me just finish here my argument. So you see here, you still have the benefit. Rational people think at margin, right? So you still are having profit, and the profit, additional profit is huge than additional cost. Additional profit 300, or marginal profit or marginal benefit is greater than the marginal cost, additional cost, right? So we allow him to board. Now, this marginal, we call this marginal pricing. So this marginal pricing happen in your in daily routine. Have you seen that? You are from international community, you fly back to your home country, come to China, right? So this happens, right? If I fly to Dubai to onward over there, even I ask my next person to me, how much you pay? Sometimes he pay higher, sometimes I pay lower, I pay higher. So it happens. So once you book your seat, the airline company won't disclose the pricing strategies. Lancelot, this will cost us in future when we announce this policy to the public. If we announce this policy to the public will go to the airport and wait. When the plane is about to fly, then they rush to the counter. Okay, I want to fly at $10. I want to fly at $20. So that's why they don't announce it. Plus, this is not a normal routine. Normally, the flights are pre-booked, fully booked. Sorry about that. Normally, the prices are fully booked. Even though some seats are left, the plane will show you that all are booked. So that is a consumer strategy. That is a marketing strategy, right? Not the economic strategy is to increase the profit of the plane as much as they can, right? And sometimes when the time to flight is going near, they increase the prices in order to discourage this marginal prices, because this is against the profit or against the interest of sellers, right? Otherwise, everybody start doing this. At the time of flight, everybody comes and say that, okay, look, I won't even take a water from you. My additional cost is $0. So just fly me with $10. $10 is a huge profit for you. Otherwise, you need to fly this without any capacity. You still have 10 persons left, 10 seats vacant, so you can still include me. But this is not normal course of action. Plus, if this kind of action is included, then it is, hidden from the public. So that's why you have different kind of techniques. If I buy from my local, currency, sometimes flights are very, costly. If I buy my flights in yuan and book my flight from China, it's very cheap for me. So this is a pricing strategy so that airlines can get the maximum profit. But in economics, remember, we assume that people are rational and they make decision based on margin. Understand? Now you understand the concept of margin, everyone? Right? Good. So this is the most tricky part here. So what we have here? So in this case, the marginal cost of passenger is going to be only a peanuts and soda can, which is of course less than $300. So we should take that. So if you are a layman person, you will always say that, look, the average cost is 500 and you are paying us